and Albatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew. We have our usual suspects of AD or Alpha Dean. We have Spigs18 or Anthony. And Dean, what are we doing here today? And I feel like I'm missing someone.
Well, first of all, let's introduce our buddy over here. None other than Ben, our buddy from Australia, GM Sprinkles, great contributor on the site, and so on and so forth. Want to say a few words, Ben?
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm James Sprinkles. You can check me out on YouTube. I talk about mainly Cypher System. It's meant to be all tabletops, but I'm kind of stuck in a bit of a love for Cypher System. But yeah.
All right, awesome. So today,
check it out if you can.
Yeah, I definitely just linked his stuff in the chat for everyone.
nice. So today we're going to go back to our roots and something we did when we first started out, haven't done in quite some time. We're going to do GM Roulette. GM Roulette is nothing other than a experience in improvisational GMing. It is a whole lot of fun. It's all about the fun. This is something that we started off doing when we first met at G.U.N, and it's kind of manifested into something great. We're looking forward to it. It's, like I said, a complete exercise in improvisation. Hang around, join the ride, and enjoy it with us. So there it is. Anthony?
All right, guys, welcome to the CU. If you guys haven't seen any of our YouTube videos, GM Roulette before, is going to be a treat. It's basically 4 GMs. Everyone gets 30 minutes to go. We randomly roll the genre. Earlier today, we randomly rolled over a list of 100 characters. We randomly rolled characters, and since we're using Roll20 as a platform, we randomly handed out asset cards as ciphers, because since we have no idea what the genre is, it's just easier to use the asset deck instead of the cipher deck, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll to see what our order of the GMs are. We all going to roll a D20. Whoever rolls the highest gets to go first, and in descending order that way. So just remember, you get 30 minutes. We roll to see what our order is, and then we're gonna randomly roll our genre.
Remember, we gave.
I ain't finished. Before we do any of this, let everyone we pre-rolled our characters. Let everyone go down the line and tell our audience what characters we pre-rolled. We'll go first with Dean. Dean, what is your character sentence?
I am a rugged warrior who works miracles.
All right.
And real quick, Anthony, remember it was 35 minutes to the first person and last person, 30 minutes for everybody in the middle.
I was going to bring that up as soon as when we got to everyone's after the major roles, but absolutely, thank you, correct. So I'll go next. I'm an honorable explorer who shepherds the community. This is going to be interesting. Sprinkles, GM Sprinkles, what's your sentence?
Yeah, I'm a creative explorer who never says die, which I feel like is basically me, to be honest.
And then I guess that leaves me, and my character sentence is a weird speaker who loves the void.
All right.
So,
I was just going to explain 2 more rules. Could someone in chat roll a D20 for us? Because we're going to have this is going to be the wild GM intrusion die. Whenever anyone rolls this die, whoever's the GM at the moment gets a free GM intrusion. So could somebody in chat roll a D20 and give us a number?
So this is
Money Cook Games wants to
yes, Money Cook Games.
They said to go for it. I just realized we probably could have added a bot function for a dice roll, but we came up with this so last minute, as per the usual with our crew. So sorry about that. But yeah, go roll a physical D20, use a dice app, whatever. Just let us know the number, and it is a 3.
So the wild intrusion die is a 3, guys. So remember, anytime anyone rolls a 3, that is a GM intrusion for the GM.
Let me write that down.
Now we all gonna roll to see what is our order. So I'll roll first because I'll just grab my D20. I got a 10. Anybody else want to roll?
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'll go next. Oh, I got 2.
Oh, I got
Oh, no.
16! No!
Oh!
My character's gonna die!
All right, so Ben. So right now it looks like the order is Al's first.
Can I use
Followed by me, and Ben and Dean need to re-roll.
Can I use an EXP to reroll?
No.
I don't want my character to die!
Order 1.
Oh my god,
got
these
it.
rolls!
All right, so our order is Ancient Al's.
No!
And followed by me, then followed by Dean, and GM Sprinkles as the guest of honor gets to close the show.
No, that's me. I rolled a 1.
Oh, you rolled the 1?
I rolled a 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
I rolled the
buddy.
4.
So Dean gets to close the show. Sorry about that.
Oh no.
So real quick, a couple of other quick rules though. Everybody kind of understands what happened here with this. Like Anthony said, there's 100 characters pre-generated. We have 20 genres written out. We're gonna roll a d20. Well, Al's gonna roll a d20 and let us know what genre, and then we're going to fit these characters into that genre. It's kind of crazy. Then the other thing we're going to do is roll to see if there's any power shifts, and the festivities start from there.
Al, you have the genre chart on you?
Yeah. No, I actually don't have it.
I got the genre chart. Go ahead and roll it.
So roll a d20, Al.
Oh,
also, one thing we failed to mention is that Al's character now is obsolete because he can no longer play his character. It gets taken out of the game. So after his 35 minutes of gameplay, he takes on the next GM's character, which will be mine.
Yep.
So that our characters rotate. So not only are we rotating GM, we're rotating the actual character you play every 30 minutes as well.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty sad because my character looked pretty awesome. But yeah, let me roll that d20, see what genre we got, and then let me try to start brainstorming here. I got a 1.
Hard sci-fi.
Hard sci. We're starting one of my least. Anyways. All right, so hard sci-fi. Yo, guys, you got to name your characters.
Al, you got 5 minutes to.
Yeah, I have, and I do have a timer on the screen here. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna press it and then start thinking of stuff.
All right, so now that gives us three an opportunity to name our characters and perhaps with chat be able to flesh out our characters.
I can't hear y'all, by the way. It's gonna mess up my thinking.
All right, so I'm playing an honorable explorer who shepherds the community. So I'm thinking I want to play a nun. Does anybody have any good nun names for my character? If no one does, I could come up with something. Let me see. And I'm going to come up with Sister Vanessa. Or Sister Noreen. That's a good name. All right, so my character's called Sister Noreen. And she's going to be, depending on how Al starts the game, but I think she's going to be a preacher of whatever religion Al chooses to give up. I don't know if he's using modern day religions or if we're using something like totally out there, but she is definitely going to be a preacher of some sort of faith, a preacher of gospel.
Okay.
So I am going with Sister Noreen.
All right, so I'm gonna go next. My character's name is Vargas Jade. He's a rugged warrior who works miracles. So what I'm thinking, since this is a hard sci-fi, typically in a lot of hard
this
sci-fi,
is gonna be terrible.
hard sci-fi movies and shows,
I can't hear y'all.
You get the guy who's
I think slow, and hearing those voices messes me up.
part of some religious order, probably the same religious order that he's a nun of. I might be like their enforcers, or their protectors, so I'm a kind of a pious guy, got the ability to work miracles, but I'm a rugged, and I give somebody some nuts, got a couple of weapons, because of course, in the future, religious orders have zealots and, they believe in hardcore action in order to keep everything together.
Alrighty, well, I guess I'll go next. I'm a creative explorer who never says die, so I'm thinking that maybe I'm obviously creative, so I want to look for some inspiration, or maybe a washed-up author. I'm thinking I'm going to be a washed-up author, and I'm just traveling with you guys to get inspiration, and I like to help out where I can.
Oh, nice. Okay. Also, since we now picked a genre, the rule we usually use is that after the genre is established, everyone gets one free flex skill to fit the genre and fit
Genre skill.
genre skill to fit whatever genre that we chose. So I'll go first, and I think since I already decided I'm gonna be some sort of cleric, some sort of cleric or some sort of preacher, I am gonna go with religion because I don't have that. So I am gonna go with religion as my flex skill.
And my character, I'm gonna pick up, being a warrior and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna pick up sniper training.
Nice, nice. Alrighty, I reckon I'm going to.
Sorry if it got quiet there for a while. Let me get my headphones back on. I think I have the basis of an idea. Sorry.
Give him a minute.
Sorry.
No, you're right. I think I will. I think I'll pick a skill in whatchamacallit, understanding like machines.
Nice.
So working with machines, yeah.
So Al, you didn't hear any of our character.
I sure didn't, but I can look at your sheets though.
No, what we basically established is we all have names. I'm Sister Noreen. I am whatever religion. I don't know if we're going by every. Are you using modern religion in your story intro?
You can use whatever religion you like.
Are we on a ship or something?
You will be on a ship heading someplace, yes.
All right, so I am Sister Noreen, and can I say I'm the ship's pastor?
Yes.
And my flex skill, my genre skill I picked was religion.
Gotcha.
And
and you said Sister Maureen?
Noreen. Nor. N-O-R.
Gotcha. Noreen.
And my character is Vargas Jade, the rugged warrior who works miracles. So I'm figuring I'm some sort of, like I was telling them earlier, some sort of zealot for probably the same religion that Anthony's part of, but I'm the warrior caste, like a paladin or whatever, since I work miracles. And I carry a telescoping staff and a pulse rifle. My genre skill was sniper.
Gotcha. And then what was Ben's character's name?
Yeah, I am Ptolemy. I took the flex skill in understanding like working with machines. And I'm a washed-up author, just kind of along for the ride. I probably have a handgun or something just to defend myself, as space can be dangerous.
Gotcha. Wait.
Okay, so Anthony.
Could you change your character sheet's name to your name? Your character's
yes, I
name,
already
I mean?
put mine up there.
No, I mean Sprinks. I see everyone else did it.
Okay, Anthony, since you're the next GM, you need to roll a roll us a D20 to see if we get any power shifts.
Okay. I got a natural 20.
Wow.
Wow, we get 3 power shifts.
I have 0 abilities, so I don't know.
Just make your skills amazing.
I'm gonna take Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna take the power shifts in what's the defense one?
Speed defense, might defense. What do you already have one of them? And L, are you setting a limit? Do we have to take? Can we put all 3 power shifts in one thing, or is it just one per item or whatever? How do you want to handle that?
Up to y'all. I don't think we've had a game with 3 shifts before, actually.
We haven't. That's why I'm asking you.
But no, however you want. Yeah, stack them, separate them, do whatever you please.
Yeah, so yeah, your guys go first. I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna put my ships on.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put. I already got speed defense, so I think I'm gonna put 2 ships in speed defense and 1 in might defense. So yeah, I'll be. I'm like I said. I'm gonna be the cliche tough
What's
guy.
that strength?
Huh?
What's that strength?
Yeah, might defense is might is
The actual name of the power shift.
might defense.
Oh, okay.
Or resilience, I think it is. Oh, I can look it up real quick. I got the book right here.
Yeah, so I'm just going to have a quick look at the power ships right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take mine in. I'm gonna take. Oh, I'm taking 1 in healing,
Okay.
1 in intelligence, and
Just be sure to add it to your sheet so that whoever takes
and 1
over.
in resilience.
It sounds good. Hope y'all are ready for the worst setup for a story y'all
Cool.
have ever heard.
I'm going to pick 1 power shift in accuracy, 1 in dexterity, and the other one in in resilience.
Sounds good. And I just want to say, I think it's hilarious that the one hard sci-fi character we drew out of the 4 is the one that got X'd. He had a spacesuit. Like,
I know that is kind of funny. So yeah, I got dexterity and resilience myself. So a 2 in dex and 1 in resilience.
okay, again, just be sure to notate it on your sheets, however you please.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna take 1 in dex, 1 in resilience, and 1 in single attack, and that'll be with my telescoping staff.
Yeah, I have no weapon whatsoever. I just have the mighty book of Jove, and we follow Jehovah, but this Jehovah is the mother of all black holes.
Ooh.
The mother of all black holes. All right.
I'm writing that down. Amazing. Yeah, are we all set up then?
Yep.
We got our shifts. We got our wild intrusion number of 3. Genre is hard sci-fi. Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all. I don't know. Again, I wasn't listening that time. That couple of minutes. I don't know if you like described your characters or whatnot, but essentially when we start the game, you can do that. Or unless you want to do that outside of the game time. I don't know how y'all want to handle as far as the game rules go.
I could describe my character. Old sister, she's on her 3rd body. She's been a disciple of Jove for 3 generations now. Every time the body gets exhausted, she picks up a new one. This body's about to go. She's maybe about 70, between 70 and 75. Walks with a cane and multicolored beads wrapped around her left arm that pulse and glow as she holds on to the book of Jove. She's probably the grumpiest person on the ship, not because of her age, but because she knows that the black hole will always win, will eat everything. She knows that existence is just for the feeding of space and time. She accepts that, and she wants everyone on the ship to know that all you can do is live your best life.
Okay. And Vargas is probably about 5'9", 5'10", superly heavily muscled. He probably weighs in about, I don't know, 260, 280, a block of a man. very imposing, but he sings a lot. He loves to sing, has pretty nice singing voice, and he's always singing tunes or humming, and he keeps a harmonica where he plays too. So, but he's of course he's a ethnically ambiguous person. His skin is darker colored. He's got wavy hair, but it's hard to say if he's Polynesian or if he's Asian or whatever. Some kind of ethnically ambiguous person.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, Ptolemy is, if you've seen Atlantis, like the Disney Atlantis, think of like Marlo Thatch, but like with hard science. So you've got like some techno glasses, and instead of a big book, it's just a tablet. Always typing up notes on it constantly. Bit of a stick, looks like comes from a well-to-do family. The classic, like if a young person from a well-to-do family ran away from home and tried to live their life, it's kind of the feel you get from Ptolemy.
Sounds awesome, guys. Sounds like we got a good group from our random sheets, all fitted neatly into the genre we've chosen, or got selected, I should say. So yeah, I think I can start my timer and get this underway, guys.
Yep.
Alrighty, so here I don't know what ciphers you guys have. I'll look at those in a second. But either way, here we go. So we find ourselves on the ship, the colony ship, or not colony ship, maybe a half size of a colony ship. It's meant for longer travels, for visiting other planets to for like diplomatic purposes. Y'all are with like the again, for lack of a better phrase or wording, because I'm not great at this hard science stuff, like the Galactic Federation, or like you guys come from like that like group of like planets or whatever that like see if other planets want to like join up and like be part. I'm poor at.
Just ask chat instead of ask chat.
Wait, ask chat what? What is it called?
What's the name of the federation?
Yeah, well, what's the name of our federation? Yeah, that's basically what I was going to ask y'all. Well, what's the name of our federation here? Chat can interject if you'd like. The UN. So we're the UN. And so, yeah, this is far future UN. You're on a half-sized colony ship off to visit some planet for possibly joining up with the UN. Like, or I guess the galactic version of the UN. You guys have been selected to be part of the boarding group or whatever, the visiting group, I don't know what you call that, to visit the planet and like start relations or start talking to them and whatnot. The captain of the ship, what's the captain's name, guys? If you guys don't have a name for him, I can come up with a name. I'm asking you, the players or the viewers. What's our captain's name?
Marcus Tan.
All right, Captain Marcus Tan. Captain has informed you that you guys will be approaching the planet probably within the next couple hours. He's already stationed on the bridge, getting orders in place to get you guys safely in orbit or whatnot when you arrive. You guys will probably be in your own individual bunks at the moment, or whatever you'd be doing like throughout the day. That's probably where you are at the moment. But you do know that the captain has said he's readily available for any questions before we get there. If you want to ask him or talk to him about what might be known about the planet. You do also have small like little dossiers about it, like about the upcoming mission or whatever you want to call the diplomatic contact extrusion. But yeah, if you wanted to read over the documents, they basically just detail that it looks like the planet is pretty harmonious. They seem to be, again, I don't know what we can call like the technology levels. They would be like mid-level, like they can probably go to space but not very far. And yeah, from what you guys have all seen from afar and from reports from, I guess, whatever would be like the scouting team that like observes but doesn't interact. I don't know what you call those, like I forget what that is in Star Trek. The Prime
Away
Directive, like the people who don't mess with
Yeah.
yeah. But either way, that away team doesn't mess with them. They've just observed, and they've just observed basically a friendly like culture. There's not too much known again because they can't really infiltrate or anything. Yeah. So what would you guys be doing to be getting ready for this?
Sister Noreen would be stationed on the captain's bridge like she always is.
Okay.
And she's viewing over. I'm assuming that they have like a, like a huge viewing panel. If we seeing as if we're still in hyperspace, like the blinking lights and lines, and she's sitting there rubbing her beads. What you said the captain's name was again?
Marcus Tan, or I guess Captain Tan.
Captain Tan. I don't mean to be a bother, but you do know that we cannot keep the Dori and the Malachi together. Those races do not like each other. And I noticed in the briefing schedule, you have them sitting next to each other.
He says to you, he puts an arm on your shoulder if you're close enough for him to do that. He says, "Sister, how are we gonna be on the team for unity if you're here talking about people not being together? Like, our whole mission is to bring people together, join up with the Galactic UN, the G.U.N." I'm just laughing at that. The peaceful organization called G.U.N. We're gonna stick with that now. But yeah.
She puts her hand on your shoulder and she goes, I admire your optimism, son. But those races have been warring for centuries. Us, G.U.N, or anyone else is not going to stop it. Your high hopes and your high hopes and dreams of uniting the whole world, the whole universe, the whole galaxy, you have to be realistic.
Sister raises a good point.
Realistic. I mean, have there been any recent disruptions from those two cultures clashing on the ship recently? I haven't heard of any reports. This must be all in your head. Delusions from the past. I know you've been around a long time, sister, and the ways of the past may be hard to let go, but we're in a new time now. Like, we got to learn to unify.
At this point, I think Ptolemy is just going to be like right next to Marcus Tan, writing notes and just like asking every question under the sun. How long is it going to be? What does that button do? Like, what are they like? Are they happy? And just like really probably quite bothersome. And anytime that the sister brings up good points or like rebuttal or be like, good point. What does Captain Tan have to say about that?
Yeah. So if you're asking a ton of questions that like seem to be an annoyance or like interfering with the conversation, the captain definitely would have just told you, Ptolemy, just please, like, it's trying to get a word in edgewise, like, just read the tablet. It has all the information. You don't, like, I don't have to tell you verbatim. It just, what I know is what's in the tab. Like, he's obviously just trying to like shoo you away from talking to him. It's like, trust me, it's all in there. I know just as much as what our field agents wrote in this report for you. If you need to know more about what that button does, ask Tech Anderson over there. He knows all about that button. And yeah, that's essentially how they interact.
Somebody will just go straight over there and start annoying Tech Anderson for the moment.
Sister Noreen kind of looks at the both of you with that Cyrus glass, like we're being captained by an idiot. Look, and closes her eyes and shakes her head.
And Vargas, what are you doing all this time?
I'm sitting here. Like I said, he's kind of stoic, so he's just sitting back, looking at the group. He pulls out his harmonica and starts playing some solemn tune. He basically is always playing the soundtrack, but whenever the captain and Noreen start going at it.
Why are we going to this planet in the first place?
To see if they're like willing or wanting to join the basically the galactic UN. Like they're not a planet that's part of. Do I say that again?
You mean like first contact?
Essentially, yeah. If because you guys aren't, because you haven't really infiltrated as, and again, I'm parsing what I'm saying is basically what's written in the document. Like, I'm assuming you're asking questions as you're reading the document to try to parse what exactly is in there, right? Or like what's
No,
part of
I
your
mean,
mission.
outside of character, like
Oh
why
yeah.
we
So yeah, you're going to like essentially first contact. You don't really know though if they're aware of you because the people what did I say that first contact team, they don't try to actually talk or anything to them. They just try to observe. So they try to stay hidden. They try to observe what's going on around the planet. And what you call it. So as far as what they've relayed, it looks like again they can kind of like go like orbit their own planet but not go too far. Like they definitely couldn't visit another planet if they wanted to. So they may not even be aware of a federation of planets like this. Like so you guys would essentially be first contact. Like hey, you guys look like you could prosper under our galactic union.
So if we're doing first contact, I have with me a bag of all the holy scriptures to pass down, to whoever the emissaries of this planet is.
Oh, and also there's technology very similar to, I guess, Star Trek, where everything is English. Like, everything auto-translates, right? That's how it works, right? Unless the technology breaks and...
Universal translator.
Yeah, that is all a thing, so don't worry about language differences. But yeah, you could definitely carry scriptures or whatever you want to bring with you, and you guys can prepare however you'd like, and bring what the captain even said, like whatever you think might be important to establish like comfort or safety with these individuals or this group of people. Feel free to bring along.
Captain, overall, you said this is a first contact situation. What level of technology are these people at already?
He glances at his notes and he says to you something similar to what I said. Like, again, I don't know how we would level these. He says, I'm just going to make it up. He says, it looks like they're a level... Oh, yeah, I know there's type numbers for civilizations. I don't know those. So I can't really go off the real number.
Is their technology equal to ours?
No, not by a long shot. Like, they do have, like, weaponry or, like... electronics and like I guess maybe even like think of it like more like Earth today, I guess, would be their level of technology as opposed to like you guys going on intergalactic space trips with like what is it like stasis sleep to go long journeys or whatever. Like you guys are really high tech hard sci-fi, whereas these guys might be like I guess current Earth level tech maybe, or maybe even just a step lower than that.
Okay.
Yeah. He says, yeah, they don't, he glances through his, like, tablet. They don't seem too advanced, they have some weaponry. It looks very rudimentary compared to, the kind of stuff we have access to, but, again, we're not looking for a fight or nothing.
Always wonderful dealing with primitive heathens. Their minds are always so open.
He says, from the reports here from the initial gathering, it looks like they have many different budding religions. Some might dislike each other, but it hasn't gotten to the point of breaking out into like, war or anything like that on the planet. That's also one of our hopes here is that we hopefully quell that slight hostility that's building amongst these diverging groups. But yeah. Do you guys have any other questions before we depart further? He looks over at a display nearby with a tech who seems to be piloting or operating like the navigations or whatever have you. He says, Oliver, how long until we arrive at what's the planet called that we're going to, guys? Again, I can name it.
Epsilon 4.
Epsilon 4. So how long to the arrival to Epsilon 4? And Oliver says, approximately 2 hours, sir. It's like, Roger. And he turns to y'all and says, "Yep. So you guys have about 2 hours to get your things together, or whatever have you. Read over the document more, but yeah, you were basically almost there."
How many people are on our emissary team?
So it looks like it's going to be you three, and then we have 2 guards that'll accompany you. What are the guards' names? Again, I can come up with it. So we got Alex and Alan. They're brothers.
I look at you, Captain. Are you really gonna insult me by sending these greens with me?
He says, you know, Alex and Alan, they've earned their rank. You know, I know they can be a little iffy at times, but you know they have strong convictions and they can keep you safe should things hit the fan. We're not assuming anything's gonna happen, but again, we're sending Alex and Alan with y'all, just in case.
At this point, I think Ptolemy will go up to Oliver and be like, "Do you need me to check those calculations? 2 hours? I thought it would be less than that." And I'll double check the calculations.
Sister Noreen mumbles under her breath to Ptolemy, "The A team is almost as capable as our good captain."
I was actually gonna make a comment about the A-team thing, cause surprised, but yeah. But Captain doesn't regard what you say, and actually told me, can you give me a D20 roll for that, checking the system to see like if the calculations are correct or whatnot?
I look at I look at him. And I tell him, "Oh, I said, just don't get in the way."
And so told me you did see that
13.
the ensign, or again, I'm bad at these like role rank titles, whatever. The person piloting Oliver, he actually does have a pretty poorly inefficient or a very inefficient flight path, and should you want to correct him, you can get there in half the time, in an hour, and be there much quicker.
Ptolemy will do that without even asking. Like, this will be better. Dunk.
He knows how you are. He doesn't want to get in a fight with you over the efficacies of his flight path. He just looks at the captain and shrugs, and then the captain looks at over to you. Says, "Excellent work, Ptolemy. I don't know why we have Oliver here. He sometimes can be lazy with his flight pathing." And he shoos Oliver away and says, "Oliver, you actually can take a break now. We'll be there shortly with Ptolemy's flight path thing. You can just relax for a while." Basically just totally dismissing him after being outdone by this guy, Ptolemy. But yeah, dejectedly Oliver walks away, and yeah, you guys are gonna be there a little more quickly. And it's
I fired Oliver.
And yeah, you guys know if you wanted to talk to Alex and Alan, you could. They're probably hanging out together in their own barrack. They have their own, the one that they share together because they're brothers of close age. Probably born maybe just a year apart or something like that. Alex being the older one, Alan being the younger one. Yeah, you again, they're pretty chummy guys. They can be kind of goofy because of their age. But you know that they can be relied on in a pinch. And yeah, you can only assume they're getting ready and going to be taking this mission pretty seriously. Due to it being like a first contact mission, and they know that these usually are pretty high level, or of high level importance, I should say.
So how long do we have?
What do you mean?
An hour.
About an hour now. Now that Ptolemy fixed the inefficient flight path.
I guess I'll head back to my quarters and pray, meditate and pray until I get called in order to, I don't know. The ship itself is not landing, right? I'm assuming it's some sort of shuttlecraft that's landing on the main planet.
Exactly, yeah. So the main ship is gonna orbit. Wait, what'd you say?
As soon as we get out of warp drive, right?
Yeah, you'll get out of warp drive. You'll basically start orbiting the planet. you'll make contact with the individuals, or you'll try to like get into their frequencies or whatever, or however you guys want to approach it. You guys can just land. I'll let how you approach it be up to you guys, but either way there will be a contact period, and then yeah, you guys, once you decide to leave the ship, there'll be like a little shuttlecraft that you take to the planet. But yeah, how you actually announce yourselves will be up to you. Yeah, so you said you want to go pray.
Yeah, I'm a meditate until, because we have an hour.
Can you give me like a religion intellect roll, something like that?
Yeah. Yep. I'll roll that up.
I'm just looking for the dice.
I got a 5.
Yeah, so you go in your room and you start to pray, and I don't know what you were praying for specifically, but you're just trying to or excuse me, you don't really, I don't know if you as your character often hear from the gods or whatever. Like, you don't hear anything now though. Like if you're looking for a message from them or something, or like some, like to be safe, you don't really get any like feeling that your prayers are working. Like, it just looks like, feels to yourself that you're mumbling to no one at the moment.
I also have danger sense. Do I sense that there's something abnormal about this mission?
No, it's so far it just seems like it's run of the mill, like first contact type deal. Yeah, I mean, as with any first contact type deals, there is an element of danger because you don't know what they're gonna think when you finally announce yourselves or whatever. They might be hostile, they might be accepting, who knows? That's the only real element of danger.
So I assume I'm laying flat in my very plain bunk room. I literally have like a gray bed, like one nightstand. I'm laying almost like Dracula style, and I stand up, and then I mark on, like the metallic wall, like an X, and you notice the whole wall is marked with these X's, for the exception of there's 2 red circles. And those 2 red circles were the times where I knew we were going into a mission that would, be harmful to life. So I like open my eyes, I put another check mark, and then I slowly, wipe the sweat off my brow and relax and get comfortable again, because I'm assuming that this is a routine mission.
Yeah, they definitely do that. And what are you two guys doing?
I'm going back. I'm going to basically check my pulse rifle. Her name is Magenta, and make sure she's all in good working order. Going to make sure all of the links and all my telescoping staff and everything are all together. Just being prepared, getting prepared to go out into this mission that they decided to send a couple of greenies on with me. I don't understand why I have to deal with them, but okay.
Ptolemy's gonna follow you unless you shoo him away and ask questions about like your past missions and be like, got any cool stories? Like, surely you look like you've seen combat. You must have some stories. Like, really excited, like getting ready to write notes immediately.
I look at you, smile, and start playing my harmonica. Keep walking.
Cool. Ptolemy will just listen and like write notes as if they're trying to write down the notes of the tune or something as you do it, and that's what they'll spend for like the next hour unless you tell them to go away.
This is what you hear.
Oh, he actually has some music.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, you definitely all do that. Ptolemy is pestering Vargas a bit. I don't know if Vargas is enjoying it or whatnot, but he's sitting there playing his harmonica anyway, not shooing him away. Our sister Noreen had her little non-vision or whatever have you. He described it very well. And yeah, it's about that hour. You feel the ship like start to shift out of that hyperspace drive or whatever you want to call it. And you hear on the systems like, boarding group or whatever assemble at, I don't know what you call it, docking bay or whatever, like wherever that ship would be, to prepare for embarking, or again, I'm poor with these words.
Don't worry about it. I'll just keep on moving.
And you guys, if you guys head on over to the bridge or that station, the docking area, you see that the captain's waiting there along with Alex and Alan. They're both wearing matching guard uniforms. They have small pistols at their hips, tasers, or I guess the pistols could be just like Star Trek, where they could be shifted to like phase or kill or whatever, right? It's like you have that advanced tech, so they have one of those like phasers on their side. And
you're hilarious.
you see that there's also a ship waiting for you guys to use when you decide to leave. Captain, once you guys all arrive, he says, "So, are we gonna meet face to face, or did you want to radio contact them? Who's the lead agent on this one?"
I immediately point to Vargas.
Captain.
I trust y'all.
Captain.
I've never what.
You do realize you're talking about a pre-warp civilization, and all of a sudden we're just going to start talking to them. I don't think it works like that. Makes more sense for us to take a shuttle down and probably try to see what the local culture is and how they're going to respond. I mean, you did say they were pre-warp culture. Do they even know about alien races and so on and so forth?
We were not able to gather that much, so we are unsure if they actually know if aliens exist or not.
So we don't even know what they look like?
No, we do. We had people observe them from, basically from orbit. We had some, on-planet observation. Not too much of it, though. Especially not enough to see what, they know about the outer spaces or whatever have you. They look like what I forget who said it, or like early humans, I guess, like they're humanoids. There's nothing too remarkable about them, it seems. They're just basically humans.
So apparently, I guess we should probably see if we can get some clothing close to theirs, costume ourselves up. And I look over at Alex and Alan and be like, you guys may not want to be brandishing those toys out there for, a culture to see. You see I got a little briefcase. I then broke magenta down into the briefcase, and my telescoping staff is right here on my arm because it telescopes, so it's right here. I just pull it off and open it up. And he's like, don't you guys know anything about first contact missions? And then I look over, I go, I thought you were supposed to brief these people, Noreen.
This is my 1247 and 1247th first contact mission, and this is the most ill-prepared captain I've ever seen in my life.
I'll put that down in writing for you.
The captain says, I haven't been captaining long. We're not, we all have to start somewhere, right? Like, not everyone is born, he names some, well-known general.
I go, usually when you want to bring up General Black's name, you will know General Black. You should never even utter the name General Black.
He says, fair enough. He nods. He gets a little quiet. He says, fair enough.
The first bit of advice I would give is we shouldn't be hovering our ship over this planet where they'll be able to see us. you gotta let us take the craft. You know, we have to be out of orbit anywhere near this planet.
Well, they could probably take up a geosynchronous orbit in the upper mesosphere where their radar systems probably wouldn't be able to pick us up in the first place. Probably somewhere along the polar lines, since they tend to be pre-warp culture. I don't think they have a satellite array system that is even looking for anything on the outer edges of their atmosphere.
You can for sure, like, once you get into their space, you can see there really isn't any satellites, maybe one.
I look over at
two.
I go at Ptolemy.
Hmm.
You did make sure Oliver did that right, correct?
Yes, of course.
I go.
I wasn't going to let him do that.
Ptolemy looks like a capable lad. I'm sure he's more than capable of operating the shuttlecraft to get us onto the planet.
After you say that whole like detailed plan, Dean, the captain's like, that's exactly like, and as you say, like, he's looking at the pilot like that, not like do that, like, yeah. And yeah, so like you can feel like the ship starts to shift into like that position that you mentioned after you like, it was literally as you were saying it, the pilot was doing it. Like, and yeah, the captain says, yeah, there's definitely, you know, we, as most ships like ours, we have an extensive wardrobe collection that we can like pick and choose, or even have like holographs, like clothing that can fit into like, you know, we won't stand out too much. We can even take a quick look down there right now if we wanted to before we head out, see what they're wearing, try to match it up, or we even have a couple of photos. Oh, have it?
Better yet, we could just have Ptolemy go to the database and see, like, cross-reference planets of similar technology, and have them figure out what the outfits are. You know, like have them.
As you say that, Ptolemy just hands over his tablet. He's already done that, like halfway through you as you speak. He just hands it to you.
Pass,
and, like,
pass the GM over. It's your.
No,
I
thought it was 35 minutes.
It's 35 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, so yeah, he has it planned out already. He has all these wonderful, like, a couple of different outfits like picked out. He goes a little extreme with it. I mean, I assume so just from how you're describing the character. There's like 6 different outfits per like U3, and yeah, you guys can pick and choose what you like. All the resources are available to have those costumes or disguises for you. So you could just pick which one you want. You can describe what it looks like. But yeah, keep in mind again, these are like not, you know, they're like humans. They're probably wearing like, I don't know, regular. Let's just call it Earth, right? Let's just call this like an Earth planet.
Yeah.
Make things easy, right? They're wearing like T-shirts and like jeans and regular human clothes. Like,
I look over at Sister Noreen.
Yes, my son.
What have you gotten me into?
I'm so sorry, but I did pray and meditate, and I did not sense any abnormalities on this planet. But I am rather disturbed that our captain would compare himself to General Blah Blah. That it's such a disgrace to Jova. General Blah Blah saved us from the intergalactic war. He's a man to be revered.
You do realize you guys took me out of my fortress to do this, and I've given up drinking too.
Good will come of this, son. If we pass the word of Jova to these heathens, then it was all worth it. Time and space is infinite. Remember that, my son.
Yeah, but the black hole consumes everything. Remember?
Yes. So that's why we must do as much good as we can in the lives that we have. We must spread the light because the darkness will consume us all anyway. So said Jova.
and while you guys are talking, Alex and Alan had walked off to go change. They come back in. They look like 70s vomit, if that makes sense. They're like wearing like neon, like colored, like vinyl suits or whatever, like track suits. They have like a backwards hat on. They're wearing like the same outfit, but like different colors, if that makes sense. Like the exact same kind of like patterns. Their phasers are well hidden. Like they're they can easily blend in with a crowd of like tacky people. But before I close out my section here, Anthony, would you like a GM intrusion?
Sure.
So gain an EXP, give 1 XP to one of your crewmates here.
Give it to Ptolemy.
Got to Ptolemy, gain
Thank
1
you.
XP, and you're gonna take 4 intellect damage, but basically your mind is being shocked right now. You're getting like an extreme burst of like, well, you can describe it like energy or like that spiritual, like you know what you were praying for earlier. That feeling happens now.
I crumble to the ground, and since I was in front of Vargas,
Before you crumble, I catch you.
or as you catch it, you see my eye flutter and go, "Son, I believe."
She's having a vision.
You see flashes in your mind of restraints, of hoods, of just a feeling of being trapped.
No, the darkness. No, the darkness. And I open my eyes.
What is it, sister?
Fascinating.
It can't be the consumption. I felt
Consumption.
I felt the consumption.
What?
They can't be this far out. They shouldn't be. General blah blah can find them, remember?
I immediately looked to Ptolemy and go, scan all frequencies for any consumption ships.
I do that immediately.
So you can roll for it, but that's essentially my 35 minutes. Anthony, don't forget to take that 4 intellect damage from that.
I already did on my sheet.
Awesome.
It's your 4 intellect
All
damage.
right, let me stop my timer now. All right, and who am I switching with? I forgot who's second.
Anthony.
All right, so let me pull up Anthony's sheet. I get to be the grumpy old lady now.
And while you're doing that, sister, I basically use my healing touch. I touch the side of your head and I go, your thoughts are my thoughts. And send you a wave of healing energy, and you can have a D6. Give me a second, I'll roll it.
Ooh.
You get 6, so you're back to maximum.
So you got the sheet now, right, Al?
Yep. I sure do. Let me know when you want me to start your timer.
I'm ready.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
After the issue with Sister Noreen, your guys all huddled back into the shuttle, getting ready for takeoff, right? Ptolemy, give me the roll on the consumption ships?
The consumption.
Yes.
I feel them.
Oof. Yeah, it's not that great. I do have a skill in using machines, if that helps at all. Probably not though, because it's a 4.
You don't sense any of the normal frequencies that they usually travel. There hasn't been any the consumption. They have a technology that allows them to bend space that no one else has. And so instead of using warp drive, they physically bend space to travel. So they jump from what you call a galaxy to galaxies by bending space. You don't see any of that, like traces of that technology. But you do find something weird as your guys are you take off from the ship, and Alex and Alan are sitting in the in the back of this shuttlecraft that holds maybe about 6 or 7 passengers, but it's only the 5 of you. Mm-hmm. You sense no life signs on this planet whatsoever.
Okay. There is no life signs. Did the captain make a real big blunder? Are we at the wrong planet, or has something gone drastically wrong?
She's still reeling from her little psychic shock on Noreen. It's like, you're saying there's no life on the planet?
No, I detected no life forms at all, sister.
Yeah,
Does the scan show any city structures?
From
Any?
when you're scanning, you see lights, and like as you getting closer and closer, you're actually entering into the atmosphere of the planet. You're you landing into what similar would look like New York City, like a massive city where there's lights, and
But no life forms are coming across the scanners.
no, but there's actually like picture New York City, but um Blade Runner style, where there's mad like neon signs and images, and everything is still
Oh.
going as your shuttlecraft is landing dead center in what looks like the city square.
Okay.
this
But we see people and stuff moving around, but we don't
No, you
detect
don't see
like.
no people. You just see lights.
Okay.
Like the city just got up and left. I say to sister.
this is quite perplexing. Could it be Jehovah, the black hole, just took this whole civilization? Were they not worthy? This would be a first. She takes down and starts jotting notes about possibility of this
As you
happening.
say that, the landing gear comes off of the shuttle. You hear the as the shuttle lands, and what looks like we will say like the dead center of a massive building with like 40 or 50 ascending steps to what looks like, for lack of a better term, picture like the White House, with the big white pillar, big white building with these steps.
So that place must looks. Does it look like if we could observe it or roll for it? Does it look like a place of worship or like a government building or like just a fancy building?
I mean, you could give me a knowledge roll, or if anything, you have anything similar to that, or also, Ptolemy could use the scanners on the ship to see if he could pick up anything as well.
Oh, definitely tell Ptolemy, please.
Yeah, I'll be doing that. Does that work? No, it did not. Okay. That is a 10. So it's equivalent of a 13 because I've got the working with the scanners and the machines like usual.
You scan, you see like the front of the ship passes like this red like opaque beam that scans the whole building. The first thing you cast is 0 life signs in the building, but there's on the wall there's an engraving that says Tuman Khan, Department of Defense.
Hmm. I don't know about you, Vargas, but I think that's probably the first point we should look at is in that building. That would have some kind of record.
So,
Department of Defense.
yeah, with
I
everyone.
look over, go, all right, you two. Trying to get your game face on. Something isn't right around this place. We got to make sure Sister Noreen and Ptolemy here, can figure out what's going on. So you know what our job is, right?
So we're gonna stay in the ship. That's what the captain said.
So before we embark, I definitely want to do like a small prayer for everyone. Like I make like a small hole, like a circle with my hand, and like utter a few words about the black hole becoming one. Or I don't know what you set this up as with the, but yeah, she's definitely like goes to each person, like presses like a circle against their chest, says like a few words about being kept safe.
Give me a roll, and if you get a 19 or 20, the Ptolemy and Vargas will get an asset on the next action.
All right, I'll take that. I'm not gonna use effort or nothing. I don't know if you would allow it, but I wouldn't. I rolled a 6. So yeah, definitely. You guys just feel maybe a little bit awkward as I touch you when I say these prayer words. Got this older woman just praying and touching you. But yeah, she puts that circle around you, mutters a few words to try to keep everyone's journey safe as we head towards this place.
You feel Sister Noreen's essence like bless you, but nothing really changes.
Okay. Where? And I look at them too and go, no, you're not staying on the ship. As a matter of fact, you stay on the ship and guard the ship, Alex. You come with me, Alan.
We're the team. We stick together.
What was that?
Are you muted, Anthony? I can't hear you.
I was mumbling. I told you we shouldn't. I hate this job. As you see Alan, grab his because you said he had like 1970s. He grabs his like blue jean tassel jacket and he puts it on
With the fringe on the arms.
And
you guys, how does Ptolemy? How does the ship look when it opens? The gate doors open.
Yeah, so it just opens up like Lamborghini door style, like it opens out and and that's how it comes out into the city.
All right, so what's like the marching order out of this ship?
Sister would definitely be in the rear, I believe, providing blessings and overwatching. She's also would be, as far as like dress wear, would be just like one like long black gray dress or like a dark gray dress. Very I don't know what you call it. I can blank on the word, but either way, just a slim black dress, very there's no remarking features to it. Very, very plain.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Ptolemy would be wearing like one of the more fancy, still Earth-like light clothing, but a bit more the fancier type. So probably like rather than jeans, it'd be like some really nice chinos and like a really nice dress top. Kind of looks like it's probably a little bit too small for him. He didn't really look at the size. He was just too excited about the style of it. But yeah.
Since everybody went to the 70s, I'm dressed like John Shaft. I got a long leather trench coat on, black turtleneck, black slack, black shoes, and sunglasses.
All right, so when the gate door opens, right, who's going out first? Is it Alan? And what did you tell Alex to do on the ship?
Told him to watch the ship and just make sure everything is in order. And we'll keep in contact. We got comms, right? We got communication devices. Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, I say, and I kind of push Alan out the door, and follow him.
I'll follow close behind you, Buggers.
Huh?
You behind Alan?
Yeah.
I got a GM intrusion for you.
Oh no!
I'll take it.
Who you giving the XP to?
Sister Noreen.
All right, thank you.
As soon as you get out, like the four of you finally like get out, and Alan's in the front, and it's you. You hear Alan say, "Hey, look!" And that above all those steps, the doors like open ajar, and you look like, for lack of a better term, you look like the image of something small covered in multicolor aluminum foil. Like, you see the shimmer of the lights and the like crumpled up aluminum foil.
Yeah.
And it seems to have like hop up and down, and then it starts to like push the door open and move further into the building, right? But as that is happening, right, you guys didn't notice this before, but there's like pounds of dust, like dust and ash on the ground, and they start to swirl up, right? Mm-hmm. And engulf Alan, and you hear him scream as his skin starts melting. Could everyone give me a speed defense roll?
Oh, that's my specialty. So
did I just watch a man get unalived?
He's currently, for lack of a better term, melting.
Oh Jesus!
And
I rolled a 3. Oh wait, that's a wild intrusion number.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna re-roll it just because it's that.
Yeah, I'll have an intrusion for you. What's everybody else's
Plus,
17 for Ptolemy.
I got two shifts over, so I got a 19 on the die.
Okay.
What about my shift?
Oh, I forgot what shift.
Yeah, I
you
got a
take.
17 on the die, and I'm trained in speed defense without armor, and I have the dexterity one, so it's
All
yeah.
right.
You got the same thing I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
what's happening, right? And then the intrusion. The wind starts swirling, like this dust starts swirling around what you call it, Alan, and you hear him scream in pain as Vargas grabs his hand and his skin peels. So what Vargas essentially takes is the skin of his hand as the whole body collapses. But where you're and the swirl then starts swirling over Mother, right? And Mother takes 4 points of might damage. But as this happens, you happen to be standing on a grate, and the grate just opens up, and you fall. The three of you fall with Vargas still holding the skin of Alan's hand.
And you said I take 4 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay, since I got a 19, could I say do I get a minor effect?
Was it a natural 19?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that on the die, what I do is instead of grabbing his skin, I reach for where he had his phaser and just take that. You know? So I have his phaser in my hand along with my little cape.
So what we'll say is that you grabbed his arm and his phaser was on a holster. So you have his arm and the holster of the phaser.
Okay.
Well,
I look at his arm, shake the phaser off of it, and drop the arm. I was like, I hit the comms. I go.
All right, but everybody, your guys fell through this crate, and everybody takes 2 points of mic damage as you hit the and now you see you in what looks like a concrete tunnel, and it's it's north and south, and it's like you see flickering lights about 100 yards on both directions, like a regular light bulb flickering in both directions. So you can either go north or south. You hear on your comm, "Hey, is everything all right?"
Oh no.
No.
Whatever you do, Alex, Mother Noreen says, don't look out of the shuttle. I don't know.
Matter of fact, keep the doors closed and keep it environmentally sealed, and we'll let you know when we get back. Yeah. I
turn off as soon as the comms are off, or like I know that he can't hear us. I say, Jehovah's preserve us. And I essentially I want to say a prayer to myself and also take my action recovery roll if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'll do D6.
And you got a power shift for resilience, so your first recovery roll is free.
Oh, really? Awesome. One recovery. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so I'll do that. For perfect.
We all took resilience.
Really? I rolled a 1, so I healed 2. Okay.
Ptolemy, could you give me a perception roll or anything similar?
Yes. Is it for finding something new?
Yes. Yeah, you could definitely add that.
Awesome. Cool. I'll add that now.
Because this is definitely something new.
You got a 19.
Ooh. Spicy.
I can tell you what you see. You see, remember I said it was like grate? You see that dust is starting to swirl down into the grate, so you guys going to have to make some decision. And the arm that Vargas was holding has formed a pile of that same gray dust on the ground.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. I alert everyone this immediately and be like, we should probably move, I think. I'm not sure, but that grey dust makes me uncomfortable, to say the least.
What direction can we go in?
North or south, either way.
Which direction was towards the building?
Does anybody got sense of direction or anything?
I do have finding a way.
Oh, perfect.
Give me a roll. Difficulty 4.
What does that even do? When I use effort, I can.
I think it gives you
Cool.
a free level of effort or something when you. I forget exactly what it is, honestly, but I put it on there, so it should be verbatim what it does.
Just click on it here.
Yeah. I can apply a free level of effort if I put in effort in. Cool. I will make a roll and I will put a level of effort in. Cool. Let me do that now.
There'll be a difficulty 3 for you. It drops it down 1.
Okay. Cool. All right. There we go. Cool. So
Nice.
9.
All right. So you got 9, right?
11.
Yeah.
11.
11. Sorry, 11. 11. Sorry, I read the wrong
You
section.
know that if you run down the south corridor, it's in the general direction of where that building was.
South it is.
Are you guys running, or how you're going about? traveling?
Mother Noreen speed walks because she's an older woman. Or whatever, like that, like they do at the mall. That's how she's walking.
Yeah, speed walking.
Speed walking.
So is somebody going in? Like what?
Yeah, Ptolemy will go first now because of our mate shield is dead. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Does Ptolemy have some sort of how the Star Trek they have those like an iPad that has
Tricorder.
Yeah, like a tricorder.
Yeah.
You guys know we're definitely not playing hard sci-fi with all of this extra technology.
Yeah. As you're heading down, are you pulling it out to see like general direction, or it's
For sure.
It's a straight, like, long concrete corridor with maybe about 40, 50 yards ahead of every 40, 50 yards there's a light bulb hanging. The ceiling is no more than maybe about 10 feet high, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you're running down this corridor, you start to pick up a beep sound, like light, like some sort of life form, but it's coming towards you.
Okay, we'll be like, all right, there's something coming towards us. Be prepared, guys.
Are you still running, or are you stopping?
Sorry? I'll keep moving. Yeah, I'm going to keep moving unless I get told otherwise.
As you keep on running, you see the image of what looks like the crumpled up aluminum foil. What are you doing now?
Don't I need because I'm using your character now, I can't see your asset cards.
Oh, you can't?
No.
You should have access to my character sheet, though.
Yeah, but I don't have access to your cards. That's why I'm trying to steal them.
Just turn them over.
Oh, I could give them to you. Oh, yeah, you can steal them.
I hit the steal button, it says stealing.
Okay.
But I don't want to take up too much of your time. But yeah, I was like, this is a situation where we might want to use ciphers or assets.
Yeah.
So
You see the image of the same thing where it looks like a crumbled up multicolored aluminum foil, and it stops maybe about 5 feet before your guys get to you, and you hear in a low, childlike voice, "Run."
run. Was it running towards us or away from us?
No, who I guess is telling me because he's in the front, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Run."
What do we do, guys? Do we turn around or we just keep going?
So I'm still confused. Is it asking us to run to follow it in the direction it came from? Because the way I'm picturing is that we're running forward and then we're running into it, right? Which way should
It's
we
moving
run?
towards us.
What do you mean run? What are we running
I'll
from?
ask it. It's okay. I'll ask this creature. Which way? To follow or other way? I ask you.
Run from here.
Okay, it says to run from here, so maybe we should turn around?
People like you, the big ones, they don't live. Run.
But we can't run back. There's a sand disaster back waiting over there, spilling out.
You need a house for your head. Run.
I think
Spacesuit.
I
It wants us. It's telling us we need a spacesuit, I believe. A house for your head. A helmet.
well, that makes sense. I should have known that.
do we run back to the ship? Do we keep going to the house or that building?
It starts turning, and you see like this multicolored like aluminum foil is like crumpling and turning, and like looks back and goes, "Run, run! People like you! No, no, go, go, go!" And it turns around and starts running back down the corridor where it was coming from you.
The
Follow
aluminum
it.
foil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sentient
should we-
burrito.
So is it telling us to follow it?
But you guys could give me a perception roll, or see if any of you guys perceive anything different.
I'll definitely roll for that. Wait, do I have... Alright, so I want to see if this thing is like trying to help us or lie to us or something. So I want to see if it's telling the truth or...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm specialized at that. So roll d20 and 2 steps easier. So it's essentially an 18.
Oh, it's definitely telling the truth.
Alright, so I say...
And you sense this definite concern for your safety.
So, gentlemen, I felt its energy. It feels genuine concern for us. We should follow. Let's run.
Okay.
Let's do it.
But which way are we running?
Follow it. I point to it and
Okay.
follow it.
All right. So we follow.
Did everybody else give me a perception roll?
I got a 5.
Cool. I got a 1.
Natural 1.
GM intrusion.
With the GM intrusion, you turn around, and you see this crumpled up like aluminum foil, like amalgamation is running down this corridor. You hear a gust of wind, and you turn around, and there's that gray mist running down the corridor, like from behind you now, speeding towards you.
I will set the phaser to a wide spectrum burst and fire back. And see if I can either, basically vaporize it.
All right, give me a roll.
This is the hard sci-fi equivalent of I cast magic missiles at the darkness.
It's a difficulty 4.
You fire the. How does it look when you fire this pistol?
Well, it's a wide spectrum beam, so it basically just shoots this beam of energy out, and it comes out in a cone.
It hits this gray mist, and you see the mist shake and vibrate, and then it like stops for a second, and it looks to you like the image, like the gray mist turns to the silhouette of what looks like 5 or 6 people running to you, and then it goes back to the gray mist. But
Okay.
it does give you a couple of seconds of runtime because the mist itself stops.
Okay.
Run.
So we keep running, and I will
Towards the foil, I guess. Yeah.
I will turn the phaser up to kill, as opposed to just.
Are you guys running at full speed? Because if you're jogging, this thing is going to catch up to you.
I'm definitely moving as fast as I can, and
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
dragging
moving
Mother
as quick as I
Teresa
can.
along with
Yeah, after feeling the intent of the being, feeling for our safety, I definitely have urgency in my running now.
So if you carrying like you because Mother Teresa's not going to make this difficult. It's a difficulty 5 roll, right? But if you help Mother Teresa, it's going to be a difficulty 6 roll for you, Vargas. Speed roll. And for Ptolemy, it's going to be a difficulty 5 roll.
Well, with my dexterity power shift, that drops it back to a 5 for me. And can I use because I'm rugged, can I use my might edge to reduce it?
Yeah, because you use it because you kind of pretty much carrying Sister Noreen, right?
Yeah, so I'm down to a 4.
Okay. And how about you, Ptolemy?
Well, I've got a. If it's is it a speed defense roll, or is it just a speed check?
It's just a speed check.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use. If I use fleet of foot, would that make it easier?
Yes.
Yep, I'm going to use my fleet of foot. I'm also going to use my dexterity power shift, as well as putting in a level of effort.
So it'll be a difficulty 2 for you with all those things.
Speedy McGo fast.
And for you, Vargas, it's a difficulty 4.
Ooh, natural 20.
Boom. I'm good to go.
All right, who got a natural 20?
Sprinkles did. Me.
Ptolemy.
Ptolemy.
So what are you adding? Your guys are pacing. You see, Sister Noreen like go limp and let Vargas just like pick her up like a sack of potatoes. Start running down this hole.
These old legs. I need a new body, son. Thank you.
So what does what's Ptolemy getting with its natural 20? How's he changing the narrative?
Alright, so I reckon if I can, I would like to basically be in a way to kind of pulling them along as well to kind of help them out moving. So I'm not moving at my maximum pace, but I'm moving quicker than usual, but I'm trying to pull them along is what my major effect would be if I can.
I'll give you one step further. You guys run, and from a side door opens and pulls you in, because my time is almost done. Side door pulls you in, and your guys plop on the floor, and the door shuts as the mist runs past you. Now you see there's an image of 8 or 9 those multicolored aluminum foil, and one of them pulls the foil off, and it's a little girl. And she goes, "House for your head."
House for your head. Okay, we need foil.
And I have a GM intrusion for you, Ptolemy.
Yep.
Who you giving the XP to before my session ends out?
I will give it to Vargas.
Your comm link goes on. You hear, Ptolemy.
Not now.
Hey, Alan's at the ship door. He's telling me to let him in.
No, he's not.
Don't let him in.
Freaking Alan, man.
No, it's not Alan. Alan's
Hey,
dead.
Alan, what's up?
No, he's dead. He died. We saw him die.
And that's time. Yep. Oh, damn.
It's on you.
What
It's
the
on
hell?
you, Sprinkles, and now you take over.
You want to take a quick 5 minutes? Or quick
Yes.
2 minutes? Before we move on to the second half of
All
this event.
Yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
take a quick
That
5
was
minutes.
fun.
Yeah, it's
I love GM Roulette. You just get to go crazy.
definitely a lot of fun. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm going to put on Be Right Back screen. Enjoy the music. We have some lovely tracks from some people. Wait, what'd you say?
I said I hope everybody's enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I hope you all have been enjoying the action. Rini Art, I don't know if you want to say yay, Alan. That definitely doesn't seem like a good situation. I don't know if that's actually Alan. But either way, yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Be sure to stick around for the continuation where we have, who's picking up the next GM? Dean?
James Sprinkles.
Oh, GM Sprinkles?
Yeah, Ben is.
And then we will
Yeah,
finish
yeah.
it out with Dean closing the story for us. But yeah, we'll be back in 5. And from us at the CU, we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Dude, you guys